book of Exodus is a book of hope. It's a book about a promise to Moses and his people that they'll come into the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey, a land where they're not slaves anymore, a land where there's hope. The book of Exodus means to me that I can look back at history and see a group of people who God called his own people, who were oppressed, who were slaves, who were unwanted, that God cared about those people. The book of Exodus means to me that I'm wanted, that no matter how much I feel like I'm being oppressed by someone or a situation or a society, that I have hope. My favourite character, of course, is Moses. I think Moses kept a pure heart before God. He really tried to overcome his past, to overcome where he grew up, to overcome disbelief from so many of his followers. He was a leader, he was an encourager, he was with God, he talked with God. My least favourite character, without a doubt, would have to be Pharaoh. He was so stubborn, I guess, and I kind of felt sorry for him in a way, because he didn't see what Moses saw. Moses had such a close relationship with God, and Pharaoh, all he knew was his own life, his own gods, his own way of doing things, and he had a kingdom to look after, and he saw Moses and his people as slaves. And I guess he was so stubborn in that through the plagues and through the deaths of the firstborn children, and to his own son perhaps, that he was willing to go through so much pain and so much trauma, even on behalf of his own people, and his own people suffering so much, simply because he wouldn't let God's people go. I think God has a great message for people through the book of Exodus. I can liken it to my own journey. I think everyone's journey to God is about coming out of darkness and into light, of coming out of the imprisonment of having your soul trapped. And when you come to God, you find freedom. And the book of Exodus was about freedom, and the journey into the wilderness, the journey out of Egypt, was a really excruciatingly painful journey for the people, and they were hard-hearted through all of it. And sometimes I think the journey for us is that God, year by year, step by step, is trying to soften our hearts to him and to what he has for us.